So today we are starting chapter 2, that is polynomial. So a few things you know already. What is a polynomial? That polynomial is an expression that consists of constants, variables and exponents. And in mathematical form, you can write the polynomial as this. Now here, these terms an minus 1, an minus 2, all these are constant. Okay. Now example of polynomial, you know already, x square plus 2x plus 3, 1 is here. Now the next term is degree of a polynomial. So degree of the polynomial, you know also, the highest power of x in px is known as the degree of that polynomial. In this table you can see the type of polynomials according to their degrees. So here see, in this, what is the highest power? The highest power of x is 1, so degree will be 1 and it is known as linear. In this example, see, the highest power of x is 4, so degree is 4 and it is biquadratic. Okay, now I'm giving you one example. Suppose your px is 0 into x to the power 5 plus 3 into x to the power 4 plus 3x plus 2. So what will be the degree of this polynomial? Now I can see the highest power is 5, but the coefficient is 0, so we will not consider this term, we will move to this one. So here the degree will be 4. In this polynomial the degree will be 4. So like this you have to find out the degree. Now the next one is value of a polynomial. How can you find out the value of a polynomial? So for this, suppose you have a px. Okay, you have px equals to x square minus 4, and you have to find the value of this polynomial at x equals to any value. I'm taking 1. So you know how to find out that. In the place of x, simply you will put 1. So what you will get? 1 square minus 4, and you know what is 1 square minus 4? It is minus 3. So you have seen px at 1 will be, at 1 is how much? Is p1, and the value of p1 is 3. Okay, so I hope this is also clear. Now the next one is 0 of a polynomial. What is 0 of a polynomial? If px is something and px at any particular value x equals to a is coming out 0, px at x equals to a is coming 0, so that means what we will say, that a is 0 of px. Then we will say that a is the 0 of the polynomial. Now I'm giving you one example. These things you have done already in class 9, but still few students they have doubts. Let's suppose your px is x square minus 4. Now if you will find out the value of that at x equals to 2, so p2 will be how much? 2 square minus 4, so it will be 0. So therefore what we will say, that 2 is 0 of px, the polynomial px. So like this you can find out the 0 of a polynomial. Now the number of zeros depends on the degree of the polynomial also. The number of zeros is always equal to the degree of the polynomial. If the degree is 1, then the zeros will be 1 0. If the degree is 2, then the zeros will be 2. Now geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial. Suppose you have a graph of any polynomial, then the points which lies on the x-axis, okay, or the point which intersect the x-axis are the zeros of the polynomial. See, this is the graph, this is a linear graph, this is the graph of any equation which is in the form of ax plus b equals to 0. Okay, so this is a linear equation. Now here you can see that the d is 1, so there will be only 1 0, and that 0 always lies on the x-axis, means this is the point, intersecting point of the line or the curve and the x-axis. So here you can see only there is one point which is intersecting the x-axis. So at one point only it is intersecting, so that means the 0 here will be 1. So by just looking at the graph of the polynomial, you can find out, you can tell how many zeros will be there. Okay, so here another example, the graph of a quadratic polynomial. Now in quadratic polynomial there are 3 cases. there can be three different cases. Like see this graph, you can see in this graph, suppose this is the x-axis, it is x-axis, and this is y-axis. Now the quadratic polynomial will always be in the form of a parabola. So suppose this is one graph of one equation, and this is the graph of the another equation. Now you have to tell me how many zeros it will have. So see this one, you know, quadratic polynomial, the degree is 2, so there will be 2 zeros also. Now we will see here also, see this one here, x-axis, it is touching or intersecting the x-axis at 2 points only. So here the zeros will be, how many zeros? There will be 2 zeros. Here here again same, here also you can see how many points are there. So there are 2 points, so again the degree will be 2. So like this you can find out. Now the next case, there is a next case also, another case, case 2. Sometimes what happens, you know, the quadratic polynomial will have 2 zeros, but still the graph can be like this also. Now here you can see this graph is touching the x-axis only at 1 point. You can see this one. So here this graph is just touching the x-axis at only, or intersecting the x-axis only just 1 point. So here you can say there is only 1 0. But the fact you know that a quadratic equation will have 2 0. Now you'll ask a question like why it is having only 1 0. So if equation is a perfect square, so in that case how many zeros it will have? It will have 2 zeros, but both the zeros will be same. Like in this particular equation, if this will be x plus 2 whole square, so your x will be how much? Your x will be minus 2. So both the zeros will be minus 2. So this is the case when there will be only, in the graph it will show only 1 0. I think it's clear. The next one is the graph when the graph will not touch the x-axis. This is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. Now this is the graph of the polynomial or the quadratic polynomial. Now here you can see this is the x-axis and there is no intersecting point. There is no intersecting point which is touching the x-axis. Okay, so in this equation what we will say, that the zeros, number of zeros will be 0, no 0. So there will be no 0. Now you will say it is a quadratic, so the degree is 2, but still here from the graph you can say there is no 0. So what is the reason of that? So the reason of that is sometimes in the quadratic polynomial the zeros are not real. Okay, and you know only real numbers can be represented on a number line. Okay, so if the zeros are non-real, in that case if the zeros are not real, then it will not intersect on the x-axis, because these points you cannot represent on the number line. So I hope all these things are clear to you. Now if the graph is given, then I think you can tell me how many zeros the graph will have. One example I am taking, okay, this one. Now this is the graph, this is your x-axis and this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. Now how many zeros this polynomial will have? Again you have to see the point which are lying on the x-axis. So there will be 1 point, 2 point and 3 points. So there will be how many zeros? There will be 3 zeros. So you will get some questions also on this, so that I think you can do now. Next one is relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Zeros is clear, so now I'll tell you that relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of the polynomial. Now this thing, just make it clear. If equation is 3x square plus 2x minus 1 equals to 0. Okay, this is the equation. Now in this equation, you know what will be the value of a? A will be, if you compare this equation with ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Okay, we are comparing this. So a is the coefficient of x, so coefficient of x is 3, a will be 3. B is the coefficient of x, a is the coefficient of x square, so that will be 3. B is the coefficient of x only, so that will be 2. And the constant term is c, so that constant term c will be minus 1. I think this is clear. Now you know this is a quadratic equation, so this will have how many roots? this will have two roots. Suppose the roots are alpha and beta, and in this case we can solve also. So after solving, you will get the values. The values will be 1 by 3 and okay, we'll solve it. So it will be 3x square plus 3x minus x minus 1. So the factors will be 3x minus 1 and x plus 1. So here you will see the x will be 1 and 1 by 3. Okay, we don't need so much. So here you know the zeros are 1 and 1 by 3. That only needed. Minus 1 and 1 by 3. Okay, so that we will write here. Zeros in this equation is minus 3 or minus 3 and 1 by 3. Okay, so now here, so this is a quadratic equation. So if this is a quadratic equation and there are two zeros, suppose the zeros are alpha plus beta, then the sum of the zeros, if you don't know the zeros and still you want to know the sum of the zeros, then there is a formula, that is minus b by a. What is minus b? You know, b is the constant of x or coefficient of x, and the next one a, what is a? Coefficient of x square. Then in the same you have one more formula, that is the product of 0. So alpha into beta is equal to c by a. That you have to remember. This is the formula that you have to remember, that sum of the zeros alpha beta will be minus b by a, and the product of the 0 alpha into beta is c by a. And you know what are b and a b, c are. B is the coefficient of x, a is the coefficient of x square, c is the coefficient, c is the constant term, and a is the coefficient of x square. So this thing you know. Now I'll show you how can you verify this thing also. Now and previously I've told you the zeros of this given polynomial will be minus 1 and 1 by 3. Now as we know by the formula that sum of the zeros will be how much? Minus b by a. Okay, so according to this formula, your alpha plus beta will be, your alpha plus beta, this alpha plus beta will be minus b by a. So here the value of a, b, c I've told already, it is the value of b is 2 and the value of b is 2 and the value of a is 3. Okay, and this minus, it is in the formula only, this minus is in the formula only. So in the place of a, what we will write? In the place of, now we are verifying it. Okay, so alpha we know one of the 0 is 1 minus 1 and the other 0 is 1 by 3. So here we will write this 1 by 3, sorry, plus 1 by 3 minus 1. So we will add here. So what we will get after solving, you can take LCM, so it will be 1 minus 3 by 3, so it will be minus 2 by 3. Now you see both are same, equal. So this way you can verify as well. Okay, the next one is the product. Okay, so product also we will check. Now here you know that alpha plus beta equals to c by a. So c is minus 1 and a will be how much? Here it is 3. So c by a. Now we will verify it. Here one of the 0 is minus 1 and one of the 0 is 1 by 3. So it will be minus 1 by 3. So I hope this is clear. So now it is verified. This is also same, this is also, both are same. Next one is the division algorithm of a polynomial. Now suppose if you have a polynomial px and gx, are px and gx are the two polynomial in such a way that it is not equals to 0, then you can write px as qx into gx into qx plus rx. Now if this is condition where rx is not 0, the remainder is not 0, this is the remainder, this is not 0, then the degree of rx will always be less than gx. This you can understand. Suppose you have a px, okay, and you are dividing this px with gx. So when you divide a polynomial px with gx, so there will be a remainder, so quotient, sorry, so that quotient is suppose qx, and after dividing you are getting some remainder. Okay, now it will be clear. So now you can say the degree of this degree of the remainder will always be less than the degree of the divisor. So I think this is clear. So this much only you have in this chapter. Now